Hi, I'm Lucas.
Hi, I'm Jared. Hi, I'm Jared.
Hey, I'm Eirik.
I was making a dumb face.
And you're watching First Things First on NinBuzz. Hey everybody on NinBuzz, this is Eirik here. You guys are watching First Things First, a brand new show on NinBuzz where we'll be taking some of video games' most vital questions and answering your questions at the end of the video. As for what we're talking about on episode 1, Pokemon. You'll soon see why. Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? My name is Eirik.
My name's Lucas.
I'm Jared.
And we're here to talk about why Pokemon is a lot darker of a series than you might think it might be. Now, we have a little bit, I have a little bit of experience in Pokemon. Like, I've dabbled in the first gen, second gen. I was a fan of Blue and Gold. I did Sapphire, didn't like it as much. And then from then on, I just, like, stopped playing it.
Understandable.
Yeah, what about you, Lucas?
I played all the way up to 4th gen, lost my copy of 4th gen, and then it's like, screw it.
I've played every one except 3rd gen. I spend too much time in my life.
It's a great game. It's a great game.
You literally bought a 3DS just because
I bought a 3DS for Pokemon X.
And that's it.
I spent $200 to buy Pokemon X.
that wasn't good.
It was worth it.
Okay, let's talk about Pokemon. Obviously, like, the first thought that comes to my mind is not that, like, deep of a game. It's fun, but, like, it's not, it's like a kind of...
You're probably thinking Ash always jogging around the world with his friends,
Yeah.
Pikachu's going, Pika, Pika, Pika.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's what I'm thinking.
You're not thinking of, like, the fact that you're watching a children's show based on advanced cockfighting.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Everything about Pokemon is kind of, like, watered down, but, like, you don't realize it, and the only person that really questions that
is N.
Well, are we going to get to that now or later?
We can get to it now.
Okay. N is, yeah, I mean, you take it away, 'cause you know more about it than me.
N, who is the best, like, antagonist, like, rival. Basically, in the second town of Pokemon Black.
Okay.
He walks in, and you're basically like, oh, Pokemon, having a good time. You played these games before, you're having a good time. and then N walks up to you and goes, oh, you have Pokemon. You're keeping them in balls. Huh. You ever think that we shouldn't do that? And you're like...
I'm just capturing Pokemon and having them fight each other.
I've been doing this since I was a kid.
I'm still a kid.
Why are you questioning me? And Ed's like, okay, alright, just think about what I said, and walks away. and basically he's like the only person that, like, actually truly, like, N doesn't capture Pokemon. N befriends Pokemon.
Yeah, because he can talk to them.
He can talk to them.
Yeah.
All the Pokemon that are fighting for him, they want to fight for him, because he's such a cool guy. Like, that's where we're living in.
Yeah.
That's the Pokemon world that we're in.
People capture Pokemon, train them, and have them fight each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
For fun and money.
Let's start off from the very beginning. Lavender Town. Okay. Lavender Town is the thing that everybody knows about, right?
Yes.
The music.
Oh, yeah. The music is creepy.
Walk me through...
It's... Like, the 8-bit part of it doesn't help. And it's just like this creepy, haunting music of, like, there's ghosts around.
It's the cemetery town. It's where you put dead Pokemon. Well, in the Pokemon Tower.
There's a giant tower of Pokemon graveyards.
Yeah.
Yes.
That didn't really sink into me when I was, like, an 8-year-old boy playing the game. But it's just a big tower...
Filled with ghosts.
Filled with ghosts.
And
Sorry, ghost Pokemon who are dead Pokemon.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there is a girl in the lobby that's like, oh, my Growlithe died. And I'm like, I have a Growlithe.
Yeah, Gary Oak walking out of it, being all, like, sad. And, like, and he doesn't mention why he's here. He just battles you and then moves on.
Yeah.
See you later, kid.
So that's, like, kind of creepy. It's not, like, the darkest thing, obviously. But it's, like, the first kind of, like, insight into, like, how much darker Pokemon can get.
Okay, so basically, I think everybody knows about in Pokemon Tower, there's a Marowak ghost that you fight.
I vaguely remember that, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a Marowak that was killed by Team Rocket, defending its baby.
Oh, wait, really?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't. Okay,
it was defending its baby.
It's defending its
Team
baby.
Rocket kills it, and then it's just there blocking your way until you put it to rest.
Yeah, and then you put it to rest. That's a little creepy because Cubone's so cute.
He kind of is.
He has a little bone.
No, like he's a little tiny thing with a helmet.
It's
with
cool.
A skull,
he has a skull helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd he get the helmet from? From his dead mother.
His skull is his dead
Cubones wear
head.
their mother's heads.
That's pretty bad.
That's pretty metal.
That's pretty bad.
There's a fan theory that Cubones are baby Kangaskhan's that took their mother's head and put him on.
It's bad.
Because they don't have a mother to, you know, sit inside.
Yes.
Oh, that's actually really bad.
That's a fan theory. It's not confirmed.
Before they evolve, like, it's not like a part of them.
Yeah.
When they evolve, the skull becomes fused to their body. It's a part of them now.
Kind of like those trees where the wire grows
Wouldn't
into
that hurt?
them, except it's a skull.
I mean, it's not sure if it hurts, but it's the constant reminder of your mother is literally a part of your body now to, like, deal with the grieving process of having your mom get murked. Like,
yeah. I don't know if murked is an appropriate word.
It's probably not appropriate.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Getting murked.
And you're thinking, oh...
The mom could have died for many reasons.
Yeah, and you're thinking, oh, death must not be a very common thing in the Pokemon world. Well, you'd be wrong because Lieutenant Surge talks about a Pokemon.
See, Lieutenant Surge is one of the figures I do know because he was in Pokemon Blue and Red.
Yes.
But he alludes to, like, the fact that there's, like, a Pokemon War all before, like... There's a Pokemon War before...
He fought a war with his Raichu.
Yeah.
Him and his Raichu were buddies. They fought in a war. It was super cool. Lieutenant Surge is the quintessential... He's kind of like Guile from Street Fighter.
Yeah, he's the American.
He's the American soldier.
And these kind of, like darker hints are only, like... I mean, they're hinted at, really, only. And, like, I guess that gets even more, it only gets more hinty in the game.
Yeah, it gets really, it's basically all in the very vague descriptions of Pokemon and what some people say. Like, basically, when you get to the point in the, I think it's 5th gen, there's a Pokemon called Cofagrigus and Yamask.
Yeah.
Yamask evolves into Cofagrigus. They're both ghost types. Cofagrigus is a coffin Pokemon that has 4 ghostly hands. They're really big, and it floats around.
And what does it do?
What it does is it waits for, you know, good old human Jim to walk by. Jim's having a good day, and Cofagrigus is like, oh, I'm a coffin. Everybody knows coffins open up. Cofagrigus grabs a human with its 4 ghostly appendages, puts the human inside of itself, kills the human, and then makes Yamask from the human.
And the Yamask... So basically, Yamask is just like a dead human now.
Yamask... So that's how... You know how Pokemon have babies and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, that's how Cofagrigus...
So if you put it in like the nursing center...
It's probably just eating humans all day.
You get baby Yamask,
and then...
it just will eat all the humans that walk by.
Like, then you're like, oh, that's like, pretty creepy. How could it get worse? Well, Yamask... Yamask, it's called a Yamask. It has a mask.
Yeah.
It's a ghost that carries around a mask. And you're like, what's that mask? Oh, it's my face when I was a human. So I'm constantly carrying around a mask of when I was a human. And I'm always crying.
So you've got Cofagrigus in your daycare center. Oh, it's making Yamask, which are just dead people walking by. Then there's a bunch of Yamask with all the faces of those people who walked by. Who are local townspeople.
And Yamask are destined to evolve into Cofagrigus and just do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a constant cycle of dead people being made into ghost Pokemon.
And Nintendo just decides, nope, well...
We'll keep it in.
Yeah.
This is a cool Pokemon.
It's a cool Pokemon.
I know, my problem is that they don't really touch on this, and that kind of frustrates me.
I mean, they touch on it sometimes. I mean, mostly it's in the moves and in the descriptions of the Pokemon, like Dream Eater. Dream Eater, it's, on the outset, it's pretty obvious, like, oh, you put a Pokemon to sleep, you eat its dreams.
Yeah.
The idea of eating someone's dreams is pretty messed up. But, like, it's like, oh... It can't be that bad until you realize that it's a move that does damage.
So it eats your dreams, and you're physically damaged. Probably
hurts.
your brain. It's like, I've lost my dreams.
It physically hurts.
I'm a little bit, like, curious as to how that hurts you physically.
Don't worry about it. It physically hurts your dreams when they get eaten. Like, I mean, most of this stuff is from Ghost Pokemon. Yeah. Like, because they're dead. Like,
those Pokemon are kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Like Drifloon. Drifloon's really cute.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a really cute balloon. It has like little, like, appendages floating down.
You totally would want to carry around, like, you know, a child carrying a balloon.
Yeah, they're really cute. And
what does Drifloon do?
Drifloon takes kids.
So she's like, ooh, a balloon.
They have a lot of fun with the description
of Pokemon.
Yes.
I think it should come out a little bit more.
It does.
Ooh.
Where? But yeah, like the evil in Pokemon progresses as its audience gets like older.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of interesting. But I don't really have experience with that.
Everybody knows Team Rocket, right?
Everybody. Team Rocket, blasting off again.
Blasting off again. They're basically the Mafia. We're here to make money. We don't care.
They kill some Pokemon because they're not nice people.
Yeah.
Kind of cruel to their Pokemon.
But like,
they're making money.
They're making money. They're also making legendaries.
They made Mewtwo.
They make Mewtwo. And yeah, to make Mewtwo, you got to make a couple Dittos.
An entire species.
The entire species of Pokemon.
An entire species of Pokemon that are just left to rot.
That are just failed Mew clones. Aqua and Magma. In case you don't know, their plans are Magma's plan is to use Groudon to make the world entirely ground, and then Aqua's plan is to make the world entirely water for no reason.
So he kind of died because
their plans are really stupid. They don't go anywhere. And X and Y, basically, the team is called Team Flare. And you think, oh, like Team Fire Flare? No, like Team, like, we're Flare. Team Flare.
Do they have, like, cool costumes?
They have cool, like, fire-based
costumes. Oh, that's awesome.
They got lots of flair.
And, like,
that's awesome.
Like, they have, like, cool haircuts and everything, and they're like, we're gonna mess you up. And, like, and they're like, oh, these guys are fun. They're like, cool. It's, like, back to, like, the goofy villains you think.
Yeah.
And then, the leader, Lysander, he comes up to you and you're like, hey, Lysander, what's your plan? You wanna make everybody fashionable? And Lysander's like, I want to kill most of the Pokemon and most of the humans to prevent a war. And you're like, oh,
you want to mass genocide everything?
You want to mass genocide everything?
Like genocide all the Pokemon.
A lot of the Pokemon.
A lot?
Yes, a lot. Because basically their idea is the resources in the world are going to run out. Yeah. And there's going to be another war, because there was a war. Mm-hmm. There's alluded to a war. And their plan is, so instead of having a war, we're just going to circumvent that and just kill a lot of people and kill a lot of Pokemon so we get the resources and there's not a war. It's a very selfish plan that's pretty... Selfish genocide is the word.
You could probably make a lot of comparisons to Hitler in World War II.
A little bit, yeah. But, like, they're pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Or just a lot of world events where genocide happens and it's terrible, because genocide is terrible.
That's the height. That's the height of like craziness
and evil so far.
So far,
we could realistically. I mean, obviously, me not being a person that's like that into the manga, we could definitely do so much on the manga.
We could.
There are so many like images that are.
We can just flash the images.
Like
Just so I mean, there's not much darker stuff in the manga, but there's definitely more violence.
It's more violent. And
it's more obvious about the violence.
Yeah.
A Scyther would cut your head off.
A Poliwhirl.
Poliwrath would get it. A Furo would drill peck through a Poliwrath.
Yep.
And the Arbok, it's
gets slashed apart.
Yeah. I mean,
slash.
Is it generally more violent? And that kind of violence is touched on in that Pokemon Origins episode. In that fight. Well, it's kind of like weird to see like the Squirtle like biting the neck.
Fight! Yeah,
it's cockfighting.
It's a move weird called bite.
Yeah, and like that's never really done ever.
I mean, think about the sound that gets made when you hit a super effective move. It's a crushing.
Oh!
It hurts.
It hurts.
Oh, I'm a little Caterpie. Oh, it's a Pidgey. He used Pact. Caterpie fainted.
That's the thing.
You can't catch him anymore.
Pokemon could be so much more mature. Like, it really could.
Welcome to the fanfiction scene. Enjoy your stay.
It really could.
Welcome to the fanfiction scene. Enjoy your stay.
Welcome to the manga. You didn't even go.
Welcome to the manga. Yeah, welcome to the manga.
You could go to the manga. You'd be perfectly satisfied.
Enjoy your stay in the violent world of cockfighting.
So yeah, Pokemon. Like, I guess it. Like, first glance, it's kind of like Like, it's a fun game.
It's a fun little kid show, and then you're like, oh.
But there's a lot of layers to the game, and that's what I like. What I don't like is that Nintendo/Game Freak hasn't used that much.
Pokemon Company.
You might think that Pokemon Colosseum is a game that kind of delves into that with like Shadow Pokemon or whatever, but like that's not even
Shadow Pokemon are like
that's not
our souls are impure.
I mean, what does that mean? I mean, so we've touched on a good amount about why Pokemon's pretty dark. I mean, I didn't really know about too much of this stuff until we started discussing on all this stuff. The question we have for you guys: do you guys think that Nintendo doesn't have a darker series than Pokemon? I don't know. I think you could throw in Legend of Zelda as maybe
Majora's Mask or something to come up, and Metroid is something that needs to come up.
There's also like the Mother series, but that's a very old series. I don't really.
Mother has some stuff though.
It does.
I don't. It's Earthbound in the U.S. I don't know anything about it.
But yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching so much. Leave a like and comment if you really enjoyed the video. We'd appreciate that a lot. And we'll be getting back to your answers on why you think Pokemon may or may not be the darkest series that Nintendo has. This is actually the part of the video where we will be answering questions a little bit more personally. We're gonna take some of your comments and answers and put them up on the board screen or whatever, and we'll be answering them directly. Once again, this is Eirik, and if you guys want to check out our group's content, we're called the Sheeple People. You can check us out on our channel. It'll be somewhere in the description or something. We'd appreciate that a lot. And go ahead and subscribe to NinBuzz if you haven't. I don't know why you guys haven't already. And follow them on Twitter if you have that. I didn't have that for a while, so I understand if you don't. But we'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care. Peace.